Tai Sui Yunchun Hall, an edifice that took 3 years and more than $100 million to build. The 944 square meter hall is dedicated to the goddess of the Great Dipper, 60 Yunchun, and 60 Tai Sui lords. Tai Sui Yunchun Hall comprises the main entrance hall and the main hall. The main entrance hall is immaculately decorated. The floor of the hall is inlaid with a large symbol of Tai Chi, made of white jade. Hanging down from the ceiling is a peony crystal chandelier made to symbolize the amalgamation of grace, beauty, peace, and prosperity. One side of the hall is adorned with glazed scarlet and blue porcelain wares modeled after imperial palace antiques. On the other side, there's a porcelain painting of the 12 animals of the years designed by Professor Huang Yunpeng, a master Chinese ceramics artist. On the 2 pillars of the hall hangs a couplet of scrolls portraying the calligraphy of Mr. Ren Farong, president of the Chinese Taoist Association. If one looks around in the entrance hall, what meets one's eyes will be the quotes, "The Tao follows the way of spontaneity," and "The highest good is like that of water," inscribed on the soul-refreshing waterfall walls. At this point, one cannot help but be left with the impression that the entrance hall is a self-contained mini Taoist museum. A wooden tablet with engravings in gold that says Tai Sui Yunchun Hall awaits those who enter the main hall. Inside the hall hangs a scroll couplet displaying the calligraphic work of Professor Zhao Congyi. In the middle of the main hall stands a copper sculpture with a special meaning for the city. It signifies Tao Master protecting Hong Kong. The sculpture resembles a 5-petal bauhinia flower with a Taoist priest standing on each petal paying respect to the great master Taisheng Laojun, who stands in the center. Proceeding further into the main hall, one would be awed by an LED-lit sky screen that's based on the cosmic philosophy of an orbicular sky and a rectangular Earth. Being displayed on the screen are constellations of stars viewed in the seasons winter and spring and summer and autumn. The star map is an accurate reflection of the night sky in Hong Kong and is based on the research work of the Hong Kong Observatory and Sixikyun Ho Kung Nature Education cum Astronomical Center. Around the sky screen are 8 sounds deities from Dunhuang. Each deity holds a different musical instrument. Looking up towards the heavens, one would hear the sounds of heavenly flutes and pipes. And if one is praying, one feels that one is really praying under a night sky. Another important structure in the hall with Chinese astrological significance is the 4 columns that correspond with the sky screen. On the columns are the celestial maps of 28 stars that symbolize heavenly officials. Therefore, they are called the columns of 28 stars. The 4 corners of the ceiling are fitted with glass sculptures of the 4 celestial animals. They are the East Azure Dragon, South Scarlet Bird, West White Tiger, and North Black Warrior. On the floor and at the hall's center are glowing sculptures of yin-yang and the 8 diagrams, a symbolic complement to the sky screen. Placed right at the center of the main hall is a statue dedicated to the goddess of the Great Dipper, mother of the heavenly bodies. The statue was made in conformity to its traditional image with 3 eyes, 4 heads, and 8 arms, with 2 hands holding wheels of the sun and moon, 2 hands armed with the Taoist seal, and the other hands carrying the 4 sacred instruments, the seal, the chime, the bow, and the arrow. The goddess stands at the center of the hall, radiating a stately and graceful presence. A wonderful visual effect of the statue is made possible by using LED to animate background glow behind the statue, an interesting way to create the Taoist symbolism of the auspicious flame. The chariot of the goddess of the Great Dipper is drawn by 7 piglets, which are the 7 stars of the North Dipper, who, according to legend, are the sons of the goddess. Surrounding the statue of the goddess are the statues of 60 Tai Sui lords. These statues were made from bodiless lacquer technique, a disappearing art in China and no longer available in Hong Kong. Something special about the statues of Tai Sui lords is their vivid appearances in terms of facial expression and body postures. Each Tai Sui lord represents a heavenly general. Some are sword-wielding, while others are placid and scholar-like. Yet others pose in the manner of Taoists. Each exhibit in the hall is an art in itself that invites appreciation, making the visit a memorable and enjoyable trip. Apart from the 60 Tai Sui lords, the hall is also dedicated to 60 Yunchun. At both sides of the doors are portraits of the 60 Yunchun made from precious stones and semi-precious stones sampled from different regions in China. What is new about the Tai Soi worshiping service is that apart from finding one's Tai Soi of birth, believers need to report their date and hour of birth to the Taoist priest on duty. They will then help believers to deliver the message to their Tai Soi Lord. In this particular observance, believers hold a lotus lamp with one hand and their dipper offerings with the other. They then pray to their Tai Soi Lord. A red light will then shine on them, signifying that their souls are protected and that their prayers are answered. This innovative ritual, which comprises traditional and modern elements of worship, is founded by Siksik Yun. By unifying traditional culture and technological know-how, it is hoped that the young generation can be drawn to Taoist practices. At the same time, it is believed that this is a way to propagate Chinese culture and to pioneer new ways of preaching Taoism. For Siksik Yun, one of the primary purposes of the architectural project is to retain elements of traditional Taoist culture in the new series of construction. In order to achieve this goal, a dedicated working committee was formed and numerous meetings were convened. To set up proper construction references, a selection of ancient temples in mainland China, as well as Macau and Taiwan, were visited and surveyed. This latest architectural development is the result of meticulous architectural research involving local scholars and ancient buildings experts. In the process, plans for statues and architectural ornaments were also thoroughly researched for the sake of authenticity and artistic style. All these were done to ensure that the entire project could be carried out to perfection.